Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, sitting in traffic, so I thought I would just pop on. I'm going to keep my eyes on the road, but wanted to chat with you guys. I'm going to start doing something called Wake Up Wednesday. Just a little bit, every Wednesday, alive. We're going to focus on Core 4. So if you don't know what Core 4 is, it's body, being, balance, and business. Core 4 is the fundamental framework from which I live my life. So if you're following me on Instagram in my stories, you can see that I'm going through those progressions. So since it's the first week of August, we will be focusing on our body. So what does that mean? I often refer to our body as power or confidence. But it basically means a few things. So the first thing is your fitness, right? So what are you doing daily in your fitness routine? So that's why I pose the question of, what is it about your life or currently where you are at that makes focusing on your fitness difficult for you? And, people say no energy, people say no time, people say they don't know exactly what to do. So let's address those things. So let's talk about no energy. So what I have found in my experience when it comes to working out is that typically you have no energy because of a few things: how you're eating, how you're sleeping, how you are fueling your body. And fuel is extremely important when it comes to your confidence and your body, right? And what you're doing to fuel your body to get the optimum performance out of it. So for me, guys, for a long time, if you watch my live the other night, I was overweight. I was about 40 pounds, give or take, overweight, and I was super unhealthy in regards to what my body was experiencing when it comes to inflammation. Now, to be honest with you guys, my wife, she's a doctor. She's a health restoration specialist. She helps people restore their body. And we had just began that journey when that picture was taken. And to be completely honest with you, we were eating organically, but we weren't eating super, super healthy in regards to how we are feeling our body sometimes. Now, we had organic foods. That was all fine and great. But the energy comes down to something else, right? It comes down to the fuel. It comes down to, are you recovering enough when you are actually working out? Are you staying up till 10, 11, 12 o'clock a.m. watching Netflix? If you're watching Netflix, I'm not dogging on that, but blue light glasses, guys. We are surrounded by blue lights all the time. LED lighting, our phone screens, our TV screens, our work computers. You're looking at blue light in pretty much everything you do. And then you also have something called EMF. And those are all around us. Wi-Fi, your cell phone, your electronic devices. Those mess with your circadian rhythm. Those mess with how you sleep and your melatonin. So that's just a little sidetrack. Let's get back onto fitness. So now, what do I do? How do I get started? Guys, you guys can Google this. You can Google it, but it also brings home to the fact that you need people on your side to help coach you. This is what coaches are for. I've had 2 personal trainers as coaches, right? I had one that taught me one way, and I had another that taught me an exact opposite way. And they have trained me and educated me and taught me how to handle my body when it comes to fitness. And so I'm not paying them anymore, but they were able to get me to a point so that I could understand what I need to do for my body. Now, I'm not paying them right now, but I'm probably going to end up paying the last one again, because when I reach a certain level to where I'm at now, I want to go to a higher level. I want to go to a newer reality. I'm right now pretty much in the best shape of my life. as you saw in that live, if you didn't, go back and watch it the other day. The thumbnail, you can't miss it. It's me. I'm fat as hell. So I'm showing you guys that I was there, right? I was fucking miserable. I didn't know how to get started. I knew I needed to work out. I didn't do it. And it messed with everything else. That's why I attribute body to confidence. That's why I like calling it confidence. Because when you feel good and you start seeing the changes when you work out, you start to get more confident. How does that dictate everything else when it comes to Core 4? They are all intertwined, guys. When you work on your body, you show that you are no longer willing to accept a certain level of yourself, and you create a new standard in your fitness game. When you elevate that standard, don't you think that, guess what? You feel more confident? Your wife's gonna think you're a hell of a lot sexier than this person that's out of shape. What is that gonna do? It's gonna increase your marriage. It's gonna increase your sex life. I'm a man. I'm not afraid to talk about sex. I like having sex with my wife. And if you're a man and you're married to your wife, I would safely assume you like having sex with your wife. So that's where your body plays into this. Hey, Tim, what's up, buddy? Your body impacts every area of Core 4. So that's your fitness, guys. The biggest thing is you just have to get started. Stop hesitating, get started. And if you don't know where, go Google it. I'm okay with you Googling exercises when it comes to your fitness, because it at least gives you a framework so that if you go join a gym, you can say, hey, on these days I'm going to do push exercises. On these days I'm going to do pull exercises. But if you don't know where to start, this is where I say, hire somebody that does. Hire a coach for a few months, learn what they're teaching you, and elevate yourself to the next game. So, the next piece I particularly love. I love the idea of fuel. And the best analogy that I've heard when it comes to fuel, yeah, see, my boy Tim loves sex. Me too, buddy. And we shouldn't feel ashamed for that, guys. We should not feel ashamed as healthy men that we love to have sex with our wife. It's plain and simple. Nothing toxic about that. That is how God ordained it to be. Okay? So, when it comes to the topic of your body, your confidence, your power, and what you're doing every day to build your body, to move it to a just 1 degree shift, right? So every day you got to focus on this. You got to do something. It could be as simple as going for a walk. My family and I, after dinner, we go for a walk. But when it comes to the thing of fuel, I got to tell you, the majority of Americans are missing this boat. Oh, I don't want to pay for organic. It's too expensive. Well, guess what's even more expensive? Your health deteriorating because you eat nothing but garbage. And this is my realm. My wife is a doctor. Like I said, she's a health restoration specialist. We educate people. We're their coaches all the time on how they need to live their lives to be healthy. To not eat foods that cause inflammation. To not eat foods that make them fat. To not eat foods that their body simply cannot digest. Your fuel matters, guys. I'm sorry, but if you're still drinking Coke, Pepsi, or any types of those sodas now, you are screwing yourself royally when it comes to your health. Even if it's 1 Coke a day. Now, here's the thing about moderation. Oh, I only have 1 a day, Paul. Guess what? Your body does not know moderation. Your body does not know that, just 1 soda. It does not know moderation whatsoever. It recognizes what you put in, and it's going to then have an effect. So when it comes to fuel, the best analogy that I've heard is, if you owned a Lamborghini, would you put the cheapest gas in that $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 car? Hell no, you would not put that cheap ass gas in a Lamborghini. You want that thing to go balls fast, you want it to run good, and you want to keep it for a long time, because guess what? That fucking car make you feel more confident. Guys, it's no different with your body. Your body is a Lamborghini. Yes, don't be an asshat. Fuel your body properly. Guys, your body's a Lamborghini. You need to start treating it that way. Okay? You need to start put premium fuel in your body. Now, I understand the market is flooded with quote-unquote healthy items. Guys, 90% of the crap out there is just that. It's absolute crap. And this is what we do. Again, this is going to dictate your health. Okay? Cancer just doesn't happen. Okay? It's just not this random, oh, shit, I got cancer. It does not just happen. Disease does not just happen. Okay? So, again, if you're struggling with something, if you're somebody that's on 7 medications and all these things, go look up the Wellness Way. That's my business. We have 50 clinics nationwide. They will get you on track. Now, what do I mean by that? One of the fundamental tests that we run at all of our clinics is called a food allergy test. Right? This test foods that your body is having an immune response to when you eat them. And when you remove them, your body is not responding to them. It's pretty simple. And they're allergies, guys. They're not sensitivities. Again, your body's not kind of sensitive to a food. It's allergic or it's not allergic. Now, we have patients that come in, they don't want to get under care, but they get a food allergy test, and they go along their merry way, and then we catch up with them in 6 months, and guess what? They lost 30 pounds just by avoiding their food allergies. Their fuel. Perfect example. Let me tell you about mine. I have kale on my food allergy list. Now, if I was someone who would Google, how should I eat? How should I eat better for my body, Paul? You put that in on Google, and let's say you come to the realization that, you know what, I'm going to eat a kale salad every day with every meal because salad and greens are healthy. Well, guess what? Here you are doing something, or maybe you're going to make a kale smoothie. Here you are doing something to your body that it's now going to have a reaction. Guys, diets suck. There's a reason why no diet works for everybody, because everybody's different. Everybody's food allergies are different. To me, the only diet you should follow is follow eating your food allergies. Now, there's a little asterisk to that. Can you eat nothing but carbs all day and get in shape? Not really. Not really. That's, if you can, awesome. But you shouldn't be able to do that. So that's what I'm saying, guys. When it comes to your body, when it comes to your fitness, when it comes to your fuel, what you put in your body matters. Now I'm going to take this a step further. This is what we do. This is my business with my wife. What you put in your body matters. What you also put on your body matters. If you're putting chemicals on your body, your skin is one of the most fastest absorbing things in your body. So ladies, your makeup, the chemicals in your makeup, all of that stuff matters. It all has a response when it goes into your body. I want to say that it takes like 60 to 90 seconds for your body to absorb whatever it is you put on your skin. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So when it comes to this conversation of body, you got to be doing something every day. You got to be fueling your body properly every day. Now, I just gave you 2 things that you could do right away to improve this game for yourself. 1, you hire a coach, hire a personal trainer. They will show you what exercises you need to do. And 2, get your stinking food allergies tested. This isn't a ploy just to get me some business. Like I said, we have 50 clinics nationwide. You can call any Wellness Way in the country, and they will get you set up for your health, right? So those that are saying I'm tired, I'm not sleeping, I don't know what to do when it comes to working out, there is no excuse, guys. Absolutely no excuse. And walking is extremely beneficial, especially after you have a meal. This is a time that I use to connect with my family. If they go with me, it's exercise. If I'm by myself, it's a good way for me to think just about what's going on. But I need you guys to understand your body plays into every aspect of your life. Once you get this concept, the game, the landscape changes. For a long time, I was like, how does me working out every day impact my business? Well, guess what? It does. My wife said it on this last podcast. She was getting super fit for a woman that's 37 years old to go to a bachelorette party. And she was up every day. She's working out according to her cycle, which again, ladies, that's a whole separate topic, which she talked about on our latest podcast, episode 5. She's getting super fit. Not only was our relationship better, not only were we having more sex, but guess what? That month was our highest month we've ever had in business. So, starting with your body, your confidence, the power that you have. Our bodies are incredible things. Absolutely incredible. They're extremely adaptable, but like I said in the beginning, you just don't get cancer. It just doesn't happen overnight. There are things that play into it that have been going on for a long time. Everybody has cancer in their bodies. Now, I'm not a doctor. You don't have to take my advice. But again, I run a health and wellness clinic, and we see this come into our clinic every day, multiple times a day. And the thing about it, guys, especially us men are bullheaded as shit. I am with you. We will wait until the doctor says you have a year to live till you start changing the way you handle your body. You could be overweight. You could go see your doctor because you have something creep up, and then, only then, you will change. We see this in marriages. Men don't date their wives. They don't connect with their wives. They don't do the things that they need to do to keep their marriage on fucking fire. And then when their wife says, I want a divorce, then they pay attention. Then they make the decisions to change how they've been acting. And I would have you consider for a minute, when you don't wait for those fires to happen, you start doing this and you focus on this every day, everything else starts to get better bit by bit by bit. Your relationships get better with your kids. My boys, they see me work out. I am setting the standard for them as men when they grow older. They're not seeing their dad on the couch every night, watch Netflix. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but only after you've handled this piece of your body and your fitness. Here it is. It's 4 o'clock where I live right now. I have not eaten today. I have been fasting all day. So by the time I go and eat dinner tonight, I've been fasting for over 20 hours. Why do I do that? Frankly, I just feel better. I feel better fueling my body in that way. I'm not saying you have to eat 1 meal a day. I'm not saying you have to fast every day. But what I am saying is you got to establish a plan for yourself and how you're going to handle this every day. You can't just leave it up to chance. Every Sunday, I sit down for about an hour and I do something that's called the General's Tent. I return and report. I plan for the week ahead. What workouts I'm doing, what our meal plans are, when I'm eating, how long I'm working out. I plan all that so that when things show up, chaos, like it did today for me, I just spent 2 hours on support at our business. But when those things show up, you still are committed to moving your body, to getting a sweat on, to building muscle and losing fat. So in this Wake Up Wednesday, we're talking about body. And guys, there's nothing more important than taking care of this thing that God made you the steward of. He gave you this body. He gave you this life. It's up to you. Nobody can do it for you. Even in the coaching space, I can't make you work out. I can show you the things that you can do. I can help you see where you're struggling with. I can help you see with what's not working. And when it comes to the subject, hey, what's up, Craig? When it comes to the subject of fuel, there's a lot of bad information out there, right? There's a lot of bad information out there. That's why getting something as simple as a food allergy test that costs $273 can set you up for success. One test, one blood test, you prick your finger, $273 in my office, and you can end up being like some people we know, lose 30 pounds by following your food allergies. Super simple. But having a coach to guide you on this will help you go faster. Craig, I appreciate that, man. Likewise, love what you're putting out, buddy. But having a coach can help you go faster. Why? Because I was in that boat. When I started this video, I told you I was roughly 40 pounds overweight. And here I am 8 years later. I'm in the best shape of my life. And something my man Craig said on one of his videos, definitely go give him a follow. You have to make working out and fueling your body an obsession, not something you just have to do. You have to make it an obsession. You have to make it a non-negotiable that no matter what happens today, you're going to stick to the plan that you've already put in place. You're going to hold yourself to that standard that you are showing your kids, your wife, your employees, that this is the standard. I'm going to work out and I'm going to do it hard. I'm going to do it with intention, and I'm going to fuel my body. Why? So you can have the energy, so you can have the confidence, so you can have more sex with your wife, or ladies, your husband. They're all connected. Body, being, balance, business. And if one of these areas is off, if you're not doing one of these areas, everything else is going to be off. It's a trickle-down effect. And like Craig Cassidy said in one of his videos, go check it out. Once you realize it's something you have to be obsessed about, and it's a non-negotiable for you, for me it got a lot easier. It got a lot easier. I was no longer dreading going to the gym or working out. I was no longer dreading eating the way I was. It just is what I do. Before, you'd be like, oh, I don't want to work out. Oh, I don't want to work out. It's not like that anymore, guys. Because I'm committed to this path that I'm on. And so many of us, come January, we have the New Year's resolution rats. Right? They show up for a month and then they're done. And I would have you consider it's not about change. Change is not permanent. Transformation is permanent. So you have to get in a place where you're willing to transform your body. You have to get in a place where you're going to transform the way you fuel your body. And as soon as you do that, that's when things start clicking. You start noticing, you start looking better in the mirror. You start feeling more sexier. Your wife might start feeling you're more sexier. Hey, Mars. So guys, Wake Up Wednesday coming at you. First episode. I'm going to commit to doing this every Wednesday. We're going to talk about Core 4 every week. This week, first week, is body. So next week, next Wednesday, we'll be talking about being. What you call God, Creator, being. That's what we're going to talk about next week. And they all intertwine. So thank you for indulging me with joining in here. I hope everybody's doing well as always. I hope you guys have a great rest of the evening. Speaking of body, I still got to get my workout in tonight. I'm about ready to grab my boys. We're going to go make some dinner, go get our fuel, and then I'll get a workout in. I'll definitely probably post something. But listen, if you're struggling in this area and you want to lock arms with me, the next thing you need to do is send me a message on Instagram here, and we'll see where you're at. And we'll see if I can help you in this area. So once again, guys, I appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great night.